Hi everybody, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, we have the resolution of what's happening with the NCL Jade after it arrived a full day late because of technical difficulties. We have a cruise ship. It seems finally ready to set sail after many delays. We also have Carnival beefing up its security because basically their security before was very lackluster. As I reported recently, the Norwegian Jade started having technical difficulties on its way back to Orlando, Florida, and it arrived a full day later, which caused havoc with people who had flights home. If you drove there, no problem, you're there a day late, it's inconvenient. But if you flew there, it also happened on the day of the big outage of the World Wide Web in a lot of cases for businesses because of the glitch with the Microsoft update. Well, it finally did arrive, and now the next cruise has set sail. Now it is setting sail a full day shorter, and the itinerary has been completely changed other than one stop. But they are offering some compensation to those passengers because it is now a 6-day cruise. They are offering them a $100 onboard credit, non-refundable, so you have to use it on the ship, as well as they are prorating that day based on your final payment and your taxes and port fees. So the one missing day you will be refunded back to your original form of payment. And they are then on top of that offering a 20% future cruise credit based on your cruise fare for another cruise that you have to use by December of next year in 2025. However, that's not a bad compensation offer, etc. But if you were one of those people stuck waiting an extra day in Orlando and ended up having to pay $400 or $500 for a hotel overnight, yeah, that compensation will barely cover the cost of that exact hotel room just to get back on the ship. So that is a thing to watch out for unless you had the insurance for trip interruption insurance, etc. Then you got covered and your compensation looks much better. Also, the cruise ship was going very slowly on its way back to Orlando, but good news, when she's setting sail now, it appears she's sailing at full speed, so it does not look like future itineraries will be interrupted due to these technical difficulties. It did leave about 5 hours later than scheduled, around 10 p.m. instead of 5 p.m. However, if they can get it up to speed and they finish what they were doing and it's now working properly, it was worth those 5 hours to compensate for any other future itinerary interruptions that could have happened. Next, we finally have Villa V, the resident cruise ship that keeps on announcing we're sailing this day. No, sorry, we're going to sail this day. No, wait a minute. And now, well, it finally seems that they have a date. They're going to sail on July 31st. That's right, the end of this month. They finally say everything is done, the repairs that they needed to do are done, the safeties they needed to do are done, and they are finally ready to welcome guests on board with a slightly altered original itinerary. It's going on a 3.5-year cruise, everybody, so you want to make sure the ship is running properly and working order and no safety issues before it sets sail. So I'd rather see them take that time to make sure it's ready, and I'm sure passengers who are paying hundreds of thousands of dollars to be on this ship are very happy to wait another month and a half than to have the ship break down constantly when they're on that cruise. That would be just not a lot of fun when you spend that kind of money. Next, I have a pretty big update from Carnival Cruise Line, and I'm hoping other cruise lines take this as well. But before I get there, let me just invite you to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. If you want to keep up to date with everything going on in cruising, including the ships being delayed, compensation being offered, what can happen with scams, how you can save some money, where is a great location that's less busy than other locations, all this kind of stuff. We'll keep you as best informed as we can and hope to keep you entertained along the way. Again, it doesn't cost a single thing, but boy, when you hit that subscribe button, leave some comments, the odd like button, it really does help the channel out, and YouTube goes, hey, we like the people like that video, let's share it to more people. And that's how the channel does grow. And again, I really do appreciate it. Okay, let's talk about a new security update that Carnival Cruise Line is doing. Now, if you've ever gone online and you wanted to log into your website and check out your cruise on a Carnival cruise, and frankly, this goes for other cruise lines as well, you can access your cruise if you know the booking number and your last name. So if you remember a couple months ago, we reported on a story where a family accidentally, or did not think about it, posted their booking number in a cruise update saying, on social media saying, hey, we're only this far away from our cruise, and it had their booking number, and of course it was on their website, so it showed their last name. Somebody went in and started canceling things and logged in under their name, added that booking number to their reservation, and then canceled it. So a hacker got that information, or just not even a hacker. You don't even have to be a genius to have done this. That's the problem. Anybody could have done this, and it really does show a flaw in the system. And it also can be done with different places like trains and airlines and things like that. So you've got to be careful of that as well. Well, Carnival has made a slight change to this, where you can now add your booking by your booking number, your last name. You will also need to know your birth date, the ship you're sailing, and the sail date of the ship. Now, that sounds all well and good. That sounds, if somebody accidentally posted, for instance, this many days to that sailing, would this now have solved that issue? Well, it still showed the booking number. It still showed the last name. It will show the ship because it's this many days to the sailing on this ship, and it says how many days until you're sailing, so people can find out where that ship is sailing and will know the sail date. Now, the date of birth is a little harder, but really in this day and age, how many people on Facebook have put their birth date in their bio? So if anyone looks up your notes and everything, it would show your birth date. So yes, this is a much better system than it was. Is it foolproof? No, it's not. I would certainly like to have seen it where the only way to add it is when you create a booking, you can create a password on it. And anyone who wants to add a booking number to a certain reservation would need to know that password. Of course, that would be a pain in the butt. How about perhaps having to enter in an email address that's attached to the booking? How about a phone number that's attached to the booking? Something a little more secure that's just a little harder to come by than a person's date of birth, because unfortunately people have their dates of birth posted all the time, or they'll even post on social media, it's my birthday. And well, if you just scroll until you see that, you now know their birthday. So yeah, is it foolproof? No. Is it better? Yes. It's still something that the cruise lines and other companies, like I said, the airlines and the train companies and hotel companies, should all also be looking at. Well, what do you guys think? Would you like to see more security as far as this is concerned? As far as I know, this is the first instance of somebody having their cruise canceled like that. Let's hope it's not something that happens again in the future. Well, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel blogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.